Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, the Conclave, and I'm gonna make an adjustment to the ship. I just don't like that the exterior angles are all a little wonky. So we're replacing all the diagonal walls with just regular graph ship walls. As soon as we landed, we also got a huge mech cluster on the map. It doesn't look too terrible, right? There are like some turrets, we can take care of that. There's a high shield and a low shield, and we do have the setting and tweaks galore. There's actually two low shields that let us pick these up. So these would be great to stick on our grav ship. Let's see. So there are going to be mechs that pop out of there. These guys are going to start spawning mechs. This turret is basically not a problem. I think we just go for it. So it initiates in a day and a half. Creek is having issues. What is your problem? Recreation unfulfilled. What time is it? It is 7 in the morning, so you should do some recreation when you wake up. And then I guess after they do some recreation, we will just head down that way. Mechanoids, let's put you in Mecha Void, and then guys, we'll put in Mecha Void. I created a zone, and I basically just disallowed them from this small rectangular area in the bottom corner of the map. Okay. It is lunchtime. Giuseppe, you're probably lagging behind, and Javier, you both have bad backs. We need to get on bionic replacements. So first, I guess it's prosthetics. Do that up, and then I guess let's just take this turret out real quick. How are these low shields? We need to get in there. Okay. Okay, got a centipede. Are you guys, why are you not firing at this? So it's not activated yet for whatever reason. Okay. And then here. Oh, let's move in closer. Focus, you work on the centipede. I was worried about it exploding. It did not. So we have a couple of, what are they called? Pikemen have dropped in as reinforcements. Let's get into the shielded area. Creek, will you extinguish him? That would be great. Okay, not a problem. Focus, you are gonna be fine. You guys right in there. Oh, it's still he's still gonna be able to fire at you. Why don't we just have you guys wander in this way? If you can. Lucien, I don't want you that close. Ooh, that was a bigger explosion than I thought it would be. Okay, you guys are waiting for pikemen? No, you're not. The pikemen are... I don't know what they're doing. Kind of spread out. Keep moving. Pikemen are squishy. Oh, Focus, will you finish taking the suppressor out, please? Thank you. Okay, you guys are good. We'll release all of you guys. Focus, I think we can release you if we can order you to attack. No, we can't. Orders, unforbid, unrestrict, and mechanoids. We can unrestrict you guys as well. After you take that out, I'll have you take those out. And perfect. We will claim these. We will uninstall them. We will deconstruct everything else. Okay. There's also a steel table down there. I think that's good. Thank you for your service. Well, while we're making edits to the graph ship, I went ahead and got rid of those beds, and then I'm going to hit Control in the Architect menu so I can bring up the base game Architecture menu. Go to graph ship. Under the More menu, we have the crew bunks now. Okay, so this is the way that I want to build it. And that is 4 beds, taking up half the space. And I guess we'll do that. These guys will move in. What else do we want from this menu? So the graph shelf, take a look at it. It has to be built on a graph ship. How many total storage capacity? So 12. How many storage capacity do these guys have? 12. Okay. That's fine. I like the look of these graph shelves better, so we're gonna get rid of those, and we'll replace it with those graph shelves. We could put a little plant. Oh, orbital trade beacon would be good. We should build a comms console. Comms terminal. Oh, for the graph ship. Maybe we stick that there. Have to think about that. So let's stick these back here. Let's get rid of those. Let's do the storage right there. The bunks right next to it. We can do another storage here. Let's link those before they get deconstructed. And then we'll put in a comms console right there, I guess. Let's get you out of the way of the bridge door. Still a little, very squishy spaced in here, but this comms console, what does it take? It just takes components. I think that's fine. I don't think we need one for this colony. I know we've been here for over a year, but it still is going to be temporary. So, yeah, we'll just put the comms console on the ship. That way we have one if we need it. We should probably put some other comms beacons down. So we'll throw one down in here. We'll throw one down here. And I guess we'll throw one in the fridge because we do have tons of excess food. Our laboratory is all set up. We do need to research microelectronics at some point, not multi-analyzers at some point, so we'll queue that up. Prosthetics will bump up behind xenogenetics. We have our shrine, right? Is that a sanctum? Set up. We need some more cloth if we're gonna do some more of these meal sheets, so I guess maybe let's grow some. Button. And we do need to set up like a disco ball and all that fun stuff. Ideology. Let's stick a disco ball like right there. And then we'll do a couple speakers. I don't know if we have the steel and components for all that. I know we have the components for it because we've been mining components on every map that we visit. But I think we're a little light on steel, so we'll just hold off on that. We'll have it queued up. Exaltation. Weren't they doing this stuff on their own? Actually, rituals cannot start. Oh. Weird that I undid all that. They'll do it. We can't change the because it says that it needs to be started at a light bulb, but they have been doing it at the ritual spot, so we'll let them do it at the ritual spot. And then I would like these to be like nighttime rituals. So once we get a light ball down, actually, we'll just build the light ball. Then I'll go in here and we'll set them to evening schedules. Well, that was an effective one. It's been a while since we've had a random joiner, and it's a high mate. Oh my gosh, you are our new social person. Okay, welcome to the colony. We'll begin that right away. Flea is fine. We'll leave you right next to, I guess, past Lucien since you're incapable of combat. Let's take a look at your health. You're addicted to stuff. You'll get over it. You're decent at construction. You're sickly. That's not great. Poor medic. And you're going to be hitting up our ladies. That's fine. Ooh, amazing artist. Okay. Yeah, you fit in. All right. What is your name? Mahoney? Christina. We'll call you by your first name. Does that change your nickname? That does. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining. We appreciate you being here. Great social character and a good artist. I'm not going to complain about that. How's your medical skill? Not too hot, but that's fine. You can always just like rescue people and other people can tend them. Well, they are making her our new moral guide. While they do that, maybe let's give her a little tiny smile. And then I've set up her work. You know, if we set up artwork, she's going to be primarily doing it. She's going to be primarily wardening. She's also not bad at research. She's bad at it, but it's something she's capable of doing. So she is going to start learning how to study entities, and she's going to man the second Steel High-Tech research bench, so she can be nice and useful for us. We have some visitors that probably don't have anything interesting, so I'm not too concerned about them. The other thing I'd like to do today is our graph ship comes off cooldown in about 6 hours, so I do want to hit the world. We could just like land nearby, land on this tile, and then caravan over. So we'll see about that. I am not digging some of these people's hairstyles, so we're going to put a bench down and we're going to give people some haircuts, I think. That is an ideology. I am like looking at it right now. We'll make it out of steel. We'll stick it right there. Okay, making some small adjustments around the base. We're putting our nutrient paste vat over here. So we're going to drain this one, and as soon as it's drained, we'll go ahead and deconstruct it. We can get rid of all of this nutrient paste piping then. Wait, that's hidden conduit. I was like, we don't have that much nutrient paste piping there. We put some industrial radios around to help with recreation. I think mostly people are having issues with recreation because they are out on the edge of the map mining, and we are located more at the top of the map. And then we weren't able to build our comms terminal. We don't have enough grav panels. So for all of this stuff, it seems like we need grav panels for it. Is that correct? Yeah, 10. So we spent a lot of grav panels on shelves and whatnot. I have put some sleeping spots down because we are gonna go hit up one of those down grav ships. So we are gonna do that, I think, right now. I'm just gonna find floor here so that we can fill this in. We are going to hit launch. We can't land right on top of it, or right, because it's like it'll say it's already occupied. We can land next to it and we'll caravan over. You know what? I don't really care about the Empire there. I guess we could land here, and that's probably fine. It still doesn't matter. So we'll confirm we aren't going to bring the mechanoids, but we'll bring everyone else. Maybe we'll leave these two behind. Okay. And mechanoids, just to make sure that you guys don't end up on the ship. Manage areas. Let's invert this. We'll shrink it. And we will just use it for like an indoor area for now. So we'll say here, here, here. Mechanoids unrestricted. Mechanoids inside. Away from the ship, please. Thank you. Just a couple more folks, and then we will begin our ritual. Okay, that's fine. And animation on the exterior of the ship looks a little better because we replaced those diagonal walls. And I just confirmed landing zone wherever because we're not really going to be here for very long. We're going to caravan away like immediately. Oh, nice. We finished the oxygen network. Let's go ahead and search for the next thing. Let's do power. Can we extract meals from here? Let's extract like 20 meals. Okay. And let's go world. We will say form caravan. Right next door, except all of you guys. Travel supplies, you're taking the meals with you. That's perfect. And we will hit send. I do want to see our cooldown 1.5 days. Perfect. Excellent landing. We have arrived at the map. Okay, it's a smaller ship. That's great. So that usually means smaller threat. We have the damaged grav engine here, which we'll hack and we'll get a couple grav cores out of. We can't loot any of this other stuff. It just like turns to slag as part of this like down grav ship map. Oh. It's missing some walls. I may have to like go fix that design or something. What else is going on here? We do have like various loot boxes. Oh, a nice amount of loot boxes. 5 of them there. Any loot boxes anywhere else? No, those are the only ones that I see. So we'll see what we end up getting out of this location. Okay, they are all melee, Neanderthals. We have a couple slow people with us. We're gonna have to like bust through the door. So let's just start firing at this door. Okay, and now we are firing into them. They're like anchored or leashed towards this engine. So if we don't get too close, we can take some out. Just kind of like other raiders, right? What if we do that? I don't want you guys too far back because it could end up in some friendly fire. Who's got our sniper? You do. Like shooting cavemen in a barrel. And that door you can see, it just like got destroyed into slag. It didn't get destroyed into steel or whatever. So that's the mechanics of these maps. Are they not gonna flee yet? I guess we've only downed like 3 of them. 4? Oh, that must have been a crazy shot back there. Okay, focus. Oh, they are fleeing now. They are fleeing now. Can we claim stuff? We can. So there are a couple of them that are down. Would like a nice, tough melee blocker. Nothing too terribly wrong with you, so we might try capturing you. Furniture. Oh, I don't know if we can place them. Oh, we can. Okay. So let's do 4 prisoners. And what about you? Better melee. Night Owl Nudist. That's not great. Focus, why don't you capture this guy? Okay. And then Nietzsche, open this guy. Creek, open this guy. We do this guy, this guy, this guy. You can start hacking that. Chile. Health, 6 hours. Nothing permanent. He does have a scratch injury, but that's fine. Nice. Advanced components is great. I have been wondering when/where we're gonna get those. What's the grav light panels? That's exactly what we needed. With the grav cores that we get out of here, we'll be able to expand our ship. Mission accomplished. So we'll hack that, and then we will head back towards our ship. I guess we need a prisoner spot in the ship, so we'll just set that for prisoners, and if they end up having to spend the night on the floor or whatever here, not too worried about it, because we'll just like zip back over to our base. Well, back at home, we have a little Mastodon Manhunter pack. I don't really want to deal with that, so why don't we restrict you guys to indoors as well? Actually, let's close that door, and then you can stand there and just take some shots at them if they end up wandering into view. So we'll just have you hang out there for a while. Zone. Mecha Void. Yeah, there's no reason for you guys to be wandering into anywhere crazy. I think that should be fine. I just want to forbid some of these doors that go out. No reason to. It just makes me feel a little safer. The Mastodons have decided to gather in places where they can be shot with an SMG that does not have very high range, so this Manhunter pack trivialized by embrasures. I'm so glad this is the event that we got instead of anything else, because I was worried that something really terrible would happen to these two. We have a lone genius that's wandered on. Bio. Oh, you have the ability to transmute steel. Reconfigure steel, turning it into a random valuable material. You're smart and abrasive, so you're a pain. The research would be nice. You're a dirt mole, so you're also good at mining. Here's the thing, dude. If Marine doesn't do a good job on these Mastodons, you might not end up in a good situation. Okay, so you guys are taking the prisoner to the ship, and the ship's on cooldown for like 20 hours. So they'll spend one night out there, and then we'll get them back home. Okay. Oh, you got one. It was half dead before, so it must have taken a good shot to something. Excellent, excellent work. Okay, you guys we'll just keep you around home. Where'd that lone genius go? I guess welcome to the colony. And we might do the same with him, where we sedate him and then beat him and see if a metal horror pops out. And then we'll convert and recruit him. But, well, yes, we might need another research batch. I'm very excited to have a high intellect pawn join the team. Well, we have Lucien here at the ship with Chili. I decided we're so close, we might as well go. So these guys are going to head over, and we will see how big the threat is. and see if we can get some more loot to bring back to the colony. Well, this ship is much larger, and it has power. These turrets are considered hostile to us. So there's a huge mechanoid presence. There are defenses that might be coming online. Let's like speed things up and see if any of these turrets actually turn on. Yeah, like this one's active now. So I think that's going to be a big nope for us. And we'll just like head back to the grav ship. By the time they get back, we should be able to get home. Got a trade caravan back at home, so Christina is going to go ahead and take care of that. We are done with this. Looks like we're done with that. Tech break jump pad. Yes, please. We'll get rid of the seed. Ambrosia, the psychite. Do you want more medicine? Package survival meals. I'm not too worried about any of that. We'll get rid of a lot of these weapons. And guess the plate armor. What do we have here? Shield belts, trooper helmet, steel simple helmet. Some prestige armor. No, I'm not too worried about that right now. Oh, they have some of the unique weapons. Pride of Omira. What do you got? Insectoid Slayer. This gun is especially damaging to insectoids, ripping them apart with a dangerous acid detonation. This weapon generates ultra-heated gases that can be released in the form of powerful explosion. Will not harm the wielder. No charges. 3,000 tick cooldown. Affects 2 tiles around the wielder with 50 bomb damage. This weapon passes the beam through a crystal amplifier, dramatically increasing damage and range. Okay, I do kind of like that. Like, the second ability is not super hot, but that's fine. Oh, our scientist that just joined us came with a charge rifle. Beam weapon, scissor blade. Oh, I do want to keep the scissor, actually. Neural stacks, I think we'll have to figure out like how to dole those out, but I do want to get those to people. So let's accept that. Christina, go ahead and apply the tech prints. I'm having her, she applied the previous tech print that we had as well, just because it'll give her like a bonus to her learning. So 1697. Gave her, she's up to 3697 now. Print jump packs, so that'll make her a more effective researcher. We just need to get another bench in there somewhere. Also need to figure out what to do with this wonky weird room. I think we'll open that up and then we'll try and reconfigure the barracks a little bit better, and then we'll have this space our dining area expand over to the right a little bit. Caravan should be back in 1.2 days. They have just under a day's worth of food, so they'll be hungry when they get back. Caravan has arrived. We are just going to take off immediately. Right there. And we will get them home. So, we got the message, because we left nothing behind on that map. Your grav ship launched. You can now decide whether you want to keep the previous map or if you want to discard it. We're going to go ahead and discard the map. We got a little climate adjuster here. It's just like barely impacting us. That being said, we have enough supplies to kind of like extend our grav ship, so I'm playing with some ideas. This gets us like a living space that would be enough for all of us. It doesn't like give us space for research benches or anything. So I'm not quite sure. We're gonna land the grav ship here though. We'll see how many extra tiles we can get placed on it. And we'll see if that fits. Yeah, I guess Chili can just like hang out in the grav ship. That's not a big deal. What do I want to do? I want to click this, and I want to put a grav field extender down right where that plant is. So why don't you move that plant real quick? And then Javier, why don't you build that for me? We'll take a look at what our new outline looks like. And then we'll kind of like adjust our plan. Oh, we did finish multi-analyzer research, so we can begin researching bionics. Climate adjuster, what are you doing? Nearby. I'm not sure if it's like lowering the temperature or raising it. I think if we look at the world map, it'll tell us. No, it's not telling us. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we got our... Oh, we just used a lot of those grav panels for various things, so I don't even know if we have enough grav panels to like do stuff to the ship. We can at least work on what the silhouette will be. Looking at the world map, we have a couple sites down here. So we can get some more grav cores, we can get some more grav panels. If we research fabrication, I think we'll be able to construct our own grav panels, but it might be locked behind more grav ship research, right? Basic grav tech. Yeah, I don't see panels there. Standard. I don't see panels there. Orbital tech, grav ship power. Advanced. Oh, we have to do advanced before we can make our own grav light panels, so we are scrounging. Javier, what are you doing? You are digging? Why are you digging? You have construction work to do, right? Schedule, let's unrestrict everyone. Let's get you on a proper schedule. How close are you to converted? Not very close at all. Health-wise, let's do anesthesia. And we'll see if a metal horror comes out of him. Lucien. Actually, you can go up here. Lucien, you can go ahead and... Oh, they're having a party. Okay. Ooh, that gets us 100 more tiles. If we turn this on. Ooh, that fits perfectly. 100 more tiles. 100 more tiles. This could be close. Let's do some math real quick. Grab ship substructure. So we'll fill some of this in. This is like what I do when I'm like doing grav ship blueprint stuff. Okay, we aren't actually gonna build all this though. At least not yet. And then there's an extra tile there that we can subtract. So select a substructure, 110. We put 110 down, 110, and then we would deconstruct this so we'd have like 2 spare tiles. So our grav jumper engine would start producing slightly more power. How many panels do we have? Grav, light, 37 panels. Yeah, we do not have enough panels for all of that. That being said, oh, it should be producing a lot more power now. So we're up to like 1211 watts. If we were going to add 37 tiles, what 37 tiles would we add? That's 12. So what would we be adding? We're adding 15, 18 on each side, so we could do that. 18. Okay. And then we can put one there, and then we could do that and that. Right. $35. Actually, let's get rid of those so we can go down here and here. Here and here. We can do 2. Okay. So that's what we can do for now. What I'd like to also do is just like connect you real quick. And let's put another one of these down, like right here, just for when we are like building onto the grav ship. We'll land it right here instead of over here, because that gives us that space to build forward. Power-wise, let's go ahead and do this. And I think that's going to be it for today. So we have a plan for extending. We have a plan for our next couple hops so that we can finish kind of extending. And then I think if we do these two, we might go into orbit to claim an asteroid and start building our base on that asteroid. We're not going to live there permanently. What we'll probably do is we'll probably leave some mechanoids up there and some infrastructure for them to like take care of themselves. And have them kind of like start doing the excavating and the building, all that fun stuff. But I'm going to finish rambling now. Catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. And as always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.